You're listening to the November 9th, 2024 reading of Blossom Goodchild's channeling with the Federation of Light.
Well, good morning. No need to tell you what folk would like to hear you speak about today. You don't do politics, I'm aware of that, yet your thoughts on the way forward?
Good morning to you, Blossom, and each one present to receive these communications between us. The outcome of that which took place this week will very quickly prove itself to be one that assists greatly in moving your world into a better place, a much better place. For those who do not feel in tune with this, perhaps in time, thoughts and programming shall be changed, as one, should they choose, recognizes why this result had to take place. We are not about politics, as you have said, Blossom. We are more about making absolutely sure that the battle between light and dark is over. The light has won. We have said this over and over. In the coming days, months, and years, there shall be so much change that shall bring the truth to light.
Is it now that many truths will come to light?
Many. However, there shall still be presentations in which the darkness will throw their last few curveballs. Yet there is nothing to fear.
Some are asking if we're now moving into phase 2. You have said phase 2 will be another lockdown, and I cannot really see that taking place now. Yet who am I to say?
Blossom, much that is to occur will seem incredible.
Which can mean impossible to believe.
This is how we are referring to this word, as in disbelief, and yet we also use it in the sense of that which you could call amazing. Therefore, the plan that is in place remains. There shall be the requirement for families to stay indoors. Yet, we have also said that it shall be under a guise in order to bring about what is necessary.
When you say the plan that is in place remains, surely you cannot mean the actual divine plan?
We do not. The divine plan cannot fail. Yet, in order for it to reach markers, certain phases of the plan can be altered to suit the flow. Adjustments may be necessary. However, we still hold with the understanding that phase 2 will be an internment of the people for a short time. This must be so.
In order for truths to be told?
Indeed.
To be honest, I'm not so sure I agree with you on that. It seems so unlikely. Yet, of course, I'm just the messenger, and both you and I are allowed to view our opinions in these conversations. Just because I bring the message through doesn't mean I have to necessarily agree with all you say, right?
This is absolutely correct, Blossom. This is why we love you so.
Isn't it a bit odd, though? Because isn't that basically saying I don't trust you?
We do not view it that way.
Oh, good.
Blossom, you are one of the millions of human beings who are about to experience the biggest breakthrough mankind has ever known. We understand why you would be skeptical, for you are unable to see things from the higher perspective. All that we ask from each one of you is to follow your heart and stay true to yourself. This is what you are doing, Blossom, and we respect you for your point of view as much as you respect us. As the next movement of the plan is exposed to the public, some will find it to be a big wake-up call. What is about to be told will prove to be very difficult for many to absorb. In a sense, there has to be a spoon-feeding in order for sanity to remain for many. Remember, within each and every expose, the shock shall send many reeling in disbelief. Yet, many of you have been preparing yourself for such things.
You've said also that what is to come is something we cannot comprehend within our wildest imaginations. Is that so?
It is. Yet keep in mind, this is a divine plan, and it has to be played out in a manner that shall always serve the highest good of all.
Well, bring it on. Interestingly, yesterday I was so out of sorts I felt it must be the energies of the whole thing flying around.
There will always be energies flying around, Blossom. As the changes are put into play, we ask you to remember all that you have been preparing for. You have all waited so long for this change, and now it is here.
So, although you're not political, this result seems to definitely tie in with all that you've been speaking of.
It was necessary in order for the plan to play out. Little by little, for it has to be this way. So much that is revealed will settle within the understanding of what has been taking place.
Well, I think there are so many of us who are ready to suit up and do what has to be done, say what has to be said. Our light has been growing ever stronger and brighter, and we have been waiting for so very long to get this show on the road, and it seems like you are saying the trucks are loaded and ready to go.
Can you not feel it in the air, Blossom?
Well, to be honest, I think I can. I'm not sure what form this shall take, yet I know we're ready. I have to say, though, once again, that I'm aware of those who follow your messages that will be broken-hearted at the result and perhaps will choose to walk away.
If this is the case, Blossom, then one must know that they are following their heart. And that is what we have urged you to do all along. If they choose to do so, we are trusting in the knowledge that their souls have gained much from these conversations, and we send our love to them in the next phase of their journey. Again, we stress, this is not about politics. This is about light and dark. Remain steadfast, dearest souls. Know what you know. We have spoken of turmoil that is to increase. There shall be so much unrest as accuracy of truth is presented, and the general public will find their minds in such distress. For they have been sleeping in a state of unknowing. For them, such shocks will take some of them to a state of disarray, that behavior from many shall be completely unlike their usual status. Be kind. Be gentle. Be understanding. Within your wisdom, we know you will not be of the "I told you so" attitude. If there was ever a time to be excited, let it be now. Yet, at the same time, be prepared. Stay centered and check in on your heart, in your truth.
What games will the darkness play as their last hurrah?
Whatever they try to do now will stand no ground. Many, many, many who are involved in the atrocities and lies are already feeling and knowing they have nowhere to turn. It is over. Remember that. No matter what at times may still be presented, know it is over.
It feels as if so much is going to take place so quickly. I think I need to add some super glue to my hat to keep it on.
You are correct, Blossom. There will be an initial influx of surprises, and once the dust has settled on them, there shall be another, then another. The reveal will, by its nature, lead to the next, and so on. This was not planned overnight, dearest souls. Never in the history of your time has such meticulous planning taken place. The highest of intelligence, both on and off planet, have come together to make sure there is not one flaw in this plan.
A thing I find fascinating is the predictions of all of this, which have not so subtly been woven into the cartoon series of The Simpsons. It's bizarre. How is that possible?
If you take time out of or into the equation, much can be manipulated. Time being one of them.
I'll take that as a statement I choose to simply understand.
Blossom and all souls, who we have become so familiar with and know to be as family. We take this opportunity to thank you for trusting yourselves. To do what you have done in faith and knowing is truly remarkable, and it shows to you how valuable your trust is. Now you shall recognize so many things that did not at one time make any sense. Such times when you wanted to give up and give in. Yet you chose to stand strong, and now you will see much of that which we have delivered to you in words come about in your reality. Trust in the process. Trust in yourselves. Trust in your truth. Remember, too, to breathe. Remember, too, the mantra. I am the light. I am the love. I am the truth. I am. This shall assist you more than ever in these coming days.
If you were to give us a metaphor of what's to come, and soon, what would it be? I feel this may help us to put things into proportion.
Immediately, we show you a desk toy that has metallic balls hanging in a row. When the first one is set into motion, it knocks the next one. The two then gain momentum, and the third one joins. You get the gist. Very quickly the momentum gathers until the entire set are in motion, swinging in sync with each other. You understand this easily. Another one is, of course, the domino effect. They have all been aligned so perfectly that once the first one has been tapped, and it has, the rest follow, in order, until the entire line has fallen. Keep in mind there are still pockets of places where those who do not serve the light are continuing to scheme until the bitter end. However, we know the end is here for those who have chosen to serve the dark. The light shall shine so brightly now. Rejoice in the role you have chosen to play. How well you have chosen and will continue to act out your part in the grand divine plan. We are jubilant.
Well, there we have it. I was wondering what you'd have to say, as were many. In gratitude, in loving service, I am.